hard to beat a team twice, especially back to back. What will you be taking away from this game to improve on for tomorrow's game?
Well, I'll give you the typical coach's answer. We'll go back and look at the tape and come up with adjustments. But off the top of my head, our pace got to be better. Right? Our pace got to be better. I think we showed that when we play fast with good spacing, we got good things. But again, we plug in guys and different combos, just searching. And I felt for the biggest part of the game, our space was just funky, right? You couldn't really find gaps, but that's okay. That's okay. There's work to be done there. And then the good thing is our defense carried us. Anytime you can shoot 32% from the floor and 17% from three and commit 15 turnovers on top of it and find a way to win, I'm not gonna complain, man. And our best effort was in the fourth quarter where we held them to 16 points. So that's big time. That just shows there a will to win, which is I'm very proud of for our group.
What's it like to go up against such an energetic team like Lakeland? Their bench, their coaching staff, everyone was just animated the whole time. What's that like for you and your team?
I mean, good for them, but I'll put our energy, our intensity, our bench, our staff against any team in the league. So it doesn't, good for them.
Coach, I wanted to talk about Kevon Harris. You subbed him in last game, the last home game against the Nets with like 4 minutes left. Obviously today he hit that free throw to tie the game at I think 82 apiece. I was just wondering if you could speak about like his growth over the last 5 games.
Well, Kevon is growing, right? So Kevon is kind of like a witness. He's a witness to our culture. He's a witness to how we want to play, what's our ideal is, what our principles, what are the values we hold, both offensively and defensively. And just like every young player, sometimes he adheres to those and sometimes he doesn't. But I think his growth is showing every game. He's settling a little bit more. He's not as erratic, and he makes good decisions. And I think, and I hope what people are noticing is that he guards. I mean, he keeps people in front of him and just doesn't get beaten. And then he rebounds the basketball. And we all know he can score, but that part of the game there, I hope people are noticing.
Now, David Johnson, he actually had the go-ahead three-pointer. We haven't really talked about him that much this season so far. Like, what are your expectations from him in terms of him shooting on the floor when it matters?
Yeah, I mean, we want to develop him, right? We want to grow him, and he's been out for 6-7 weeks. So this is only his second game back. So it's going to take some time for him to find his groove. And one thing I'll say about him, he tries his butt off. I mean, he was out there guarding, boxing out, keeping the ball in front. He didn't shoot it great, but he hit a big one for us. And he's a guy that we absolutely believe in, and we're going to keep working with because ultimately it's very, very important to what we're doing here.
And then Ashton Hagens and Reggie Perry, they came with a spark today. Is that kind of like the two guys that you want to potentially run with going forward, or do you expect them to continue that at that level?
I always say the game will tell you who to plug in, and I thought Ashton and especially Reggie, they just wanted it in a way that was very noticeable today. You saw Ashton pressuring the ball and getting into people and close out and making multiple efforts. So was Reggie. Reggie was talking. He was probably as vocal as I've ever heard him, contesting shots at the rim, and his reaction to snapping from offense to defense, defense to offense. Offense was also pretty good today, and I think that's the Reggie we're going to see going forward. I know that's the Reggie we want to see going forward.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think he was more vocal and actually came out with a lot of fire? Did you say anything different to them?
They wanted to win.